If you're looking for a dog trainer in the Huntsville, Alabama area, check out Top Gun Dog Training. They've got a stellar reputation with nothing but 5-star reviews on Google and Facebook. Top Gun Dog Training specializes in training puppies as well as behavior modification for adult dogs. You can check them out at topgundogtraining.com. I'm Dale Buchanan, and this is Puppy Talk, the podcast that offers free advice and tips for raising a happy, healthy, and obedient puppy. For more information on this podcast, visit us online at puppytalkpodcast.com. Welcome to Puppy Talk Podcast, episode number 134. I'm your host, Dale Buchanan. Today, I'm going to talk about what calm looks like in a dog. A lot of people mistake exhaustion for calmness. They are not the same, and I'm going to explain more in this podcast episode. Let's get started. This is a really strong topic because most dog owners think they know what a calm dog looks like, but they usually picture a tired dog or a dog that's doing nothing. Just because your dog is doing nothing doesn't mean they're calm. Real calmness is different, and when owners learn to recognize it, behavior problems often start improving faster. I have a dog that's very calm. She's been calm since I first got her. She's a therapy dog. I talk about her in almost every episode. She's a 6-year-old mini Australian Shepherd named Dixie. She is the calmest dog that I have ever met. And she's very calm at home, very calm in social situations. She's just radiating calmness all the time. She's a very zen dog. Real calmness has to be taught to your dog. It's not inherent. It's not genetic. You have to teach the dog to be calm yourself. You have to teach the dog what calmness is and reward that behavior for its entire life. Because dogs constantly want to get out of calm and go into excitement. There are a lot of little things that can overstimulate a puppy or a dog, and that makes them less calm. In the many years that I've been a dog trainer, I've never once been asked to come over and make my dog more hyper. Everybody wants their dog to be more calm because people know that a calm dog is more manageable. Their behavior is better. They're going to have less potty accidents. They're going to be less destructive. They're not going to bark as much. They're going to be easier to walk on a leash. They're going to be easier to take out in public and social situations to Home Depot and Lowe's and places like that. A calm dog is always a more well-behaved dog, and this is what people call me for. When I start a new client, I make them aware that most of the training is actually for the owners. It's not for the dogs. I'm coaching the owners on how to be calm themselves so their dog can be calm. Most owners accidentally reward excitement and overlook calm behavior. For example, if the dog is jumping up and they're pushing the dog down and saying, down, off, no, stop, they're giving the dog attention. The dog's getting attention. It's going to do more of that because it likes that game of jumping up on you, getting talked to, getting touched, and it's being reinforced. So the first thing you want to do if your dog isn't calm is stop talking to them. The next thing, if they're overexcited, stop touching them until they are calm. Then you can touch them when they're calm and give them some pets and some relaxation pets on the side of their body. And you can talk to them in a low tone, almost a whisper, like this. Good, good girl, good boy, that's good, nice and calm, good dog. Something like that. You're not going to overstimulate them and overexcite them. That is the opposite of calm. I want to paint a picture for you of what calm actually looks like. 1, relaxed body posture. 2, soft eyes. 3, normal breathing. You can tell if a dog is anxious by them panting a lot. That's not calmness. 4, settling on their own without being cued. They lay down, they put their head down on the ground, they calm down by themselves voluntarily. It's very important. quiet observation of the environment. They're aware of things that are going on, but they're not reacting to it. Able to lie down without constant movement. My dog is on her bed lying down all the time in the house. In the house is yoga studio. And I tell all my clients this, in the house is calmness, yoga class. And then finally, not reacting to every sound or motion. If your dog is laying down, they can react to things and they can bark at it and they can get up real quick if something stimulates them. That's not calmness. In addition, calm does not mean exhausted, shut down, afraid, frozen, or forced into a downstay. See, a lot of owners getting really firm and yelling at their dog, telling them to lay down and stay. That doesn't mean your dog is calm. That doesn't mean they're relaxed. You want your dog in a calm, confident state where they're aware, but they are not frightened by your commands or doing something for you because you have demanded it. That's not dog training. That's not managing a good dog, and that's not the way we raise puppies. We teach them to do it on their own. People mistake calmness for a variety of things, so let's get into that. Calmness is not the tired dog. Owners rely on long walks or heavy exercise just to get peace and quiet because the dog is exhausted. That's not a calm dog. That's a tired dog. It's a big difference there. The distracted dog. Chewing on a bone or staring out the window nonstop is not always calm. That isn't what we're looking for here. Chewing on a bone or doing something where they're using a licky mat or a Kong or something like that is good to get them calm, but when you take it away from them, they should still be calm. That's what we're looking for. When a dog is in a sit or a down position, they can still be excited. Look at their tail, look at their eyes, look at their body, listen to their breathing. They can still hold these positions and be excited. Look at dogs that do agility training. They're constantly excited and barking and very overstimulated, but they're doing great work with their sport. That's not a calm dog. They're not going to be calm till they get home and they relax. The overwhelmed dog is a dog that always appears to be quiet because they are unsure or stressed. I see this a lot with dogs that are fearful or timid or shy as young puppies. They hide behind their owners in social situations, and that's not calm. That may be non-reactive, and that may be a dog that's doing nothing in public, but it doesn't mean they're calm. They're stressed out. So know the difference between stress and calm. Remember that stillness is not always calmness. Most good dog behaviors grow out of calmness. This is why calmness matters so much. Calm behavior connects to the dog being a better listener, less leash pulling, less jumping, less barking, easier vet visits, easier grooming, easier house manners. And also, obedience training works better when the dog is calm. A calm dog is more attentive, they're more engaged, they're more confident, they're less stressed. And I always tell my clients that my goal with training them and their dog is to make sure that they live in a stress-free, harmonious environment together that's easy to manage and easy to get along with. A dog that's not calm is not going to be easy to live with, and that's why it's so important. Most dog owners prevent calm with their dogs, and this is how they do it. They constantly talk to their dog. I go to some people's homes and I try to coach them on training their puppy or their dog, and they're constantly talking, constantly saying the dog's name. That's a big no-no because that overstimulates the dog. That overexcites the dog, and you want calmness. You want the opposite of that. Next thing is petting during excitement. I tell all my clients 2 things that overstimulate a puppy and take them out of calmness is talking to them and touching them at the wrong time. The third thing is greeting with too much energy. When you come home, you're saying high-pitched voice, "Hey, Dixie, hey, Dixie, hello, hi, I missed you so much." That takes them out of calmness, brings them into excitement. The next thing is encouraging hyperplay all the time. I don't like play in the house. After a dog's a puppy, through their puppy stage, maybe 16 weeks, the play is outside in the backyard or at daycare. In the house is calmness. It's yoga class. The next thing is constant stimulation. If you're constantly stimulating the dog with the things we've already mentioned, talking to them, touching them, playing with them, throwing a ball, trying to do things with them, cueing them with obedience commands nonstop, saying their name all the time, that's not a good idea. That's not going to make them calm. And the last thing is never asking the dog to turn it off, never teaching the dog to turn it off. Teaching the dog to turn it off and to stop and do nothing and be calm and relaxed is the owner's responsibility. It's not going to come from the dog at a young age. You have to teach that to your dog. Finally, the part you've been waiting for, how to teach calm at home. This is exactly what I use with the dogs that I train and the clients that hire me. First of all, notice when the dog settles on their own and reward that by saying, good girl, good boy. Quiet praise or gentle petting when they're calm. Create calm routines. Here's an example. After walks, the first thing they should do is come in, settle on their bed, lay down, and do nothing. During or before meals, get the dog in a calm state, get the food ready, have them sit or lay down and wait for their meals in a calm, relaxed state. And most importantly, in the evening, during the witching hour from 5 to 8 p.m., when puppies especially get very hyper during that time because everybody's home from school, everybody's home from work. This is actually the time to create calmness in the dog so that you can enjoy your evening and the dog moves into sleep mode. Keeping a puppy awake till 10 or 11 o'clock at night is not a good idea. My dog starts going to sleep and getting ready for sleep at around 6 or 7 p.m. That's when she settles down. The dog can be near you while watching TV. There's no commands needed. Just have them settle with you, pet them. You don't have to be talking to them all the time. You can pet them a little bit, but let them be a dog. Let them settle. Let them sleep. Let them relax. You want to reduce excitement before it starts. If you see excitement coming in your puppy or dog, stop it right away. Get them to settle. Take them for a walk. Take them out back to play, not in the house, in your backyard. Then bring them back in, have them settle. I like short 5-minute dog walks out front because that will reset the dog, and then you can bring them back in and they can settle a lot easier. Before I finish this episode, I want to remind you that if you want your dog to be calm, you also have to be calm. By you being anxious, worried, fearful, doubtful, excited, that's not going to help the dog be calm. So we as owners have to represent what we want the dog to do. If you have any questions about the topic of this episode, you can reach me through my website, puppytalkpodcast.com. Have a great day.